Sean Canope, the project manager at Montana Glass, says that the city's #1 priority should be to its first responders. And when it comes to the city budget, the budget should have the police and fire departments at the top of the list.
I think the city's #1 priority is first responder efforts. So they should get what they need up front before anything else gets funded. There's places we could pull money and give the police higher wages so that we can compete with those bigger cities. There's many places in that budget that we could cut spending.
Current city council member and local realtor Mike Nugent says that it's time for Missoula to fulfill obligations that the city has been pushing off.
Relationships with first responders are really important. And I think that we're seeing right now in Missoula that we've pushed some of our obligations to those groups down the road. And, their union contracts were up this year, and we've had to really bring them up to be market rate and to treat people fairly. And I think that's important. We also, especially on the fire side, we just have not met growth appropriately. And that's something that we need to correct, because it's not fire's fault that years of kind of pushing the can down the road on that have gotten us to this point.
Current Mayor Jordan Hess says that it's important for wages for police to remain at market rate to compete with bigger cities.
In our negotiations with the Missoula Police Officer Association, we were able to get to a 10% wage increase. They were below their market rate, and so we were able to get them closer to that market rate. That'll help with retaining quality officers. That'll help with quality of life. That'll help with a lot of those issues. We have a really good police department in Missoula, and we need to make sure it stays that way. And we need to make sure we continue to innovate and continue to support the officers in the department, and that they continue to be able to proactively serve the community.
Brandy Tanisov says that bringing down the prices of condos and houses could be a way to retain police and fire personnel in Missoula.
The things that there are, it's like trying to find condos that are priced at reasonable prices, but I've talked to real estate agents and they told me that most positions in Missoula cannot afford to even buy a condo right now. And the way to stop that is by talking to the realtors about what prices the houses are selling for.
Homeward Executive Director Andrea Davis says that the best way to retain and attract law enforcement is to find a way to manage the limited budget the city of Missoula faces.
We need to prioritize the cost of living for all of our citizens, and in particular we need to make sure that our public safety municipal employees can live in the community that they work. But we need to be very cognizant of the fact that yes, there are communities around us that may be paying more wages, and how is it that we can figure out within our very limited city budget, honestly, that is, how are we making sure that we're able to remain competitive?
The primary election will take place on September 12th. We will continue our profiles on the candidates and the issues that are facing Missoulians. Reporting in Missoula, Catherine Rowley, MTN News.